So the results on the day, minus 250 on the 200K portfolio, minus 75 on the 50K portfolio. Just very small amounts as the market continues to wait on Jackson Hole. In the after hours, also waiting NVIDIA earnings, which could move the Nasdaq a little bit. The Jackson Hole used to not be a big market event, but as the Fed becomes a bigger and bigger part of the market, there is more time waiting on what the Fed is going to say. I look forward to the day when we are not attached to the Fed, if that's ever possible. And so it would be great. But let's go over the trading system results on the day. Once again, these are the results with one open position on 60-minute breakout ES. And you see that short there. And impossible to short this market right now, as you know, we have a strong downtrend. But you know, here's a short, it won't go down. Here's another short, it won't go down. And like holding an inflated ball underwater, it just keeps popping right back up with the extra liquidity. The bullish liquidity is tired of the bearish fundamentals, and so they just buy it, and that's what happens. The liquidity comes in and buys. And so Jackson Hole could provide more clarity or more delusion, it depends. And you see tick fader, short here, lost on the day. Cobra 3 lost on the long side. So ES, not a great day on the ES. We went 0 for 4 on the ES, but we did better on the Nasdaq to bring us closer to break even on the day. A couple of small down days in a row. And so let's go over the Nasdaq trades. EVP1 started the day with a loss, got short, boom, the market popped up. 60-minute breakout, went long overnight, long, and then lost one, kind of like yesterday. Yesterday had a long, got long and had a profitable trade, then stopped out. And so around break even 2 days in a row. And this market is just very, let's look at the Nasdaq, just very congested in here. 2 strong days of selling and then 2 sideways of choppy price action. And then we have Thursday, and then Friday is Jackson Hole. And so tick pulse, nice short trade. It's not impossible to short the market. We have algos that do well shorting the market. This one did well. Tick reversal had a nice long trade right here. Overlap in Q, small short trade there. Just you know, you try to short the market. This market rallies, starts to roll over, and the prop comes in. So we've had propping up intraday pretty much 3 out of the last 4 days. Last Friday, market was propped up. Monday, we had some selling in the afternoon. And then yesterday and today, just prop up price action. You know, let's not trade below this low right here. Just draw this line. I think every time we see this, a lot of times when we see this, we see a gap down. So could potentially be a good overnight strategy or an options trade to consider. Cobra 3, nice trade on the day. One of the best trades on the day was Cobra 3. And so you can see that here. Buy that dip and then hit that profit target. 3 out of the last 4 trades in Cobra 3 are doing well after this strategy has struggled this year or lately. Momentum reversal on the short side. This one was profitable on the short side as well. Small profits though, because no follow through. VTNQ stopped out. Parabolic or VSD, parabolic VSD NQ got long, no follow through. So we had some long winners on tick reversal and Cobra 3 and 60-minute breakout, and some short winners on momentum reversal and tick pulse. We also had some short winners and long losers. And so a mixture of trades today for, let's see, let's count the total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strategies traded today. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strategies were profitable. This was barely profitable, $60, kind of a break even, but we'll count it as profitable. 5 for 9 on the day in the Nasdaq and 0 for 4 on the ES. And I want to show you the yield curve. So here is the 2-year, 10-year spread. It has been inverted for over a month. It went down here, inverted back here in April, then it came back out, and then it was inverted here in July, around mid-July, and it's been that way since mid-July. Something to watch. The yield on the 2-year is higher than the 10-year. Further, if you take a look at spread bonds that are further out, they should yield higher, and so that's why it's inverted below zero. The 2-year has a higher yield than the 10-year, and this can be a sign of a recession. And so, just interesting fundamentals to watch. This is not this 2-year, 10-year spread is not in the TradeStation platform. Also, want to go over the commodity trades today before we finish. So just one trade, copper breakout minus 325 is the only trade on the day in the commodity. Soybeans gapped up, sold off. Still moving higher though. The trend has been higher recently, up almost to approaching $15 a bushel, $15 a bushel. So crude oil sold off, gapped up, sold off hard, rallied. Natural gas hit 10 yesterday, pulled back a little bit today. And so interesting to see these energy and food prices continue to move higher. Copper as well, making highs and then pulling back. I think this inflation is very stealth and that it goes in waves and not V reversals. And so the bearish fundamentals are intact for inflation and tighter Fed policy. But we'll see how it plays out long term. These time cycles can be very long, and the markets can say inflation has peaked and the Fed could possibly ease and the market could rally, then inflation could come back. I think inflation is stealth. I don't think that this right here, what we're seeing, we see higher inflation, higher inflation, higher inflation, higher inflation, one down tick up, inflation's peaked. All the way up, they call peak inflation, one down tick, peak inflation. And so I think it's going to come down maybe, and then it's going to go back up and come down and then go back up potentially. And so the Fed has to raise its lending rate above the inflation rate to control inflation regardless of the source. And so that's what I believe, and that's what I believe we'll continue to see. I believe we'll continue to see higher crude oil prices. $95, I think it's going to go back over 100 and even higher. So we'll see though, and these are just the commodity trades that we track, and we're not trading these right now. Trading the stock indexes. I have a stock index and commodity portfolio, and so I wanted to share the latest signals on this with you as well. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.